Hi Capricorn, welcome to your mid-September 2018 reading. So thank you all for the likes and subscriptions, particularly from the September readings. The Capricorn reading was actually the most viewed, so you guys are first in the queue. And a lot of this mid-monthly reading is going to be focusing on the full moon in Aries on September 24th. Okay, so this is known as the harvest moon. So you think of harvest and you think of bringing in the crops that you've been growing over the summer and a feast type of a moon. It sounds very cozy, but it's in Aries, and Aries is it's more of a new moon thing because it's the beginning. Aries is the beginning of the zodiac cycle. It is the infant, it is the child. Well, it's the baby. But it's a very new, fresh, charging ahead energy. If you know any Aries, you know that a lot of the time they're very full steam ahead people. They're a cardinal sign, much like yourself, Capricorn, so there is a square there. And this is occurring in your fourth house of home and family. Now, I touched on this in the September reading. It's probably a bit more in depth if you want to go back there and check if you haven't already. But this moon, you need to chill out a little bit because this is going to be quite a frantic energy, quite a hectic moon. It's going to make you feel a little bit flustered. Do you know what I mean? And Capricorns are earth signs. And yes, you're also a cardinal, but you're more methodical in your leadership. You're more well thought through than Aries is as a leader. As you know, cardinal is the leading sign. And when you're leading towards something, you have this slow but steady approach. As long as you know you're making progress, that's okay. Aries is more of an immediate gratification sign. So there's a bit of a clash with this moon. Maybe someone's pushing you to move a bit quicker than you want to. But you might be prone to knee-jerk responses, as everyone will be. That's not isolated to your sign specifically. But let's see what we have coming up for you guys. Mid-monthly September for Capricorn. Just be wary of people that might push your buttons. And if I'm going to put any bets on it, I would say it'll either be a Cancer, an Aries, a fellow Capricorn, or a Libra. Okay, because you guys are all going to be clashing around that time. Cardinal energy, possibly come into blows on quite a few things. Just be wary of people pushing your buttons and it not being a malicious thing, but the reaction may be out of proportion, which isn't, reacting out of proportion isn't a Capricorn trait. So yeah, there's the Fool. That impulsive person that wants to just go, go, go. Someone wants to be more impulsive, someone wants to move forward, and the other person's sort of not, Ten of Wands. The Emperor. Definitely watch out for the Aries this month, Capricorn. Because already we have the fire sign. Ooh, the 10 of Cups. That's nice. 3 of Cups. The outcome is the Page of Pentacles. Okay. And underneath, we had the Fool. How could I forget him? Okay. So first and foremost, Capricorn, one thing that I'm picking up is there is great relationship potential arising for you mid-monthly. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, those of you that did watch the September reading, there were 3 tens, and the 10 of Wands was one of them. So this is where you are. This is part of this. This is where you are. The feeling of overwhelming responsibility, overwhelming worries, concerns, they're mighty as we go into the mid part of the month. But however, this is the part where that shifts. This is the part where that miracle happens. As you can see with the 10 of Cups in the positive position, what card could you want more in that position? That's beautiful. This is such a happily ever after type energy to feel. I mean, this looks more like a harvest moon than the astrology of it suggests, doesn't it? This is the happy conclusion to affairs of the heart, feeling in a better place, feeling able to progress into something more solid and something more substantial. Now, one thing I would have concerns about this Aries full moon with from the cards Because the Emperor, he's the Aries guy. He's in charge of the empire. He's seeing how things go. And he is comfortable in that position. But he's not necessarily open to suggestions, is one thing I'm picking up here. With the Three of Cups, this is the colleagues in a workplace. This is your social system. These are the people around you. Now, I don't know if you know this, but we have Venus moving into Scorpio. Well, it's already there, actually. In your 11th house of friendships and social networking, and that's going to retrograde in October. And when it retrogrades, it means that energy there can be slow, it means it can be backward, and it can be somewhat problematic. I will go into that in depth in October, but for now, the suggestion is with your friendships, with your colleagues, don't react too quickly. There might be a lot of friction surrounding that full moon on the 24th, okay? Don't worry about it. It's trivial in comparison to what is happening. As you can see, again, we have more than 110 in your reading, and that is fascinating. But it is not to be totally unexpected with Saturn being in that sign, being in your sign, being in your first house, that being your ruler. Now, that is positive this time because in the previous months it was retrograding, so this is why we see this. I mean, this is the epitome of Saturn retrograding in your sign and making you feel so worried and so karmically responsible for the crap that you've maybe overlooked or whatever, making you feel like everything was on your shoulders. And now that it's gone direct and you're really dancing with that, Saturn offers you rewards because he's not as miserly a planet as everyone thinks. And you guys know that better than anyone. You are Saturn's children as a Capricorn, and he rewards lessons. He rewards good behavior because knowledge is power. And this is where you are. In your career, Capricorn, you have stepped up more than you realize, and you're going to see the results of it leading from the end of September to December. Did I say that right? The end of September to December. Yes. Because there's good news coming in on the work front with this Page of Pentacles. Okay. Relationship-wise, this is also interesting because there seems to be very happy affairs in the matters of the heart. To have the 10 of Cups here suggests that relationships are indeed taking a more romantic and rosy tone in our interpersonal relationships. You know, one-on-one relationships, partners are very well aspected. The problem, as I said before, with the Three of Cups are your group settings. Because the 11th house is groups, Venus retrograding in that, your group interactions may be sticky. You may feel a little bit of push and pull with the people that you work with. You might even feel it with your boss. They might be offloading a lot of things onto you, and you might not have felt like you were getting much reward, but you are getting recognition. So I'm going to draw the next 2 cards from the deck to see what's happening here. Ooh, Page and the Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Wow. Interesting. Now this is funny. I'm going to have to draw one more. Oh, 6 of Cups. Wow, isn't that a pretty picture? You being an earth sign, Capricorn, you should love that because it's so green. The grass is greener where you are, which is fascinating. Okay, so listen. Those of you that are dealing with a Taurus person, things seem to be taking a more pleasant tone. If you're dealing with fellow earth signs, if you're dealing with another Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus, your relationships are golden. The other earth signs are coming through for you this month, Capricorn, as being golden. And this could be sun, moon, or rising. So make sure that you check that. They could have a moon in Taurus, rising in Taurus. You know, you maybe don't know their moon or rising sign. They could be manifesting as a Pentacles person, and that's why the compatibility is there. So I do feel like there is a lot of stepping up the ladder. There's a lot of recognition. There's a lot of thankful connections in the workplace, particularly with other earth signs. And there may actually be, with the Hierophant here, some sort of larger commitment required, but it's a positive thing. It's not like the 10 of Wands where it felt overburdened and over restrictive. This is the recognition and the reward for that. This is very much what a harvest moon should be. Okay, so if you can sidestep the friction there, you can find great rewards. Love relationship wise, as I say, Capricorns, some of you seem to be encountering this in the second half of September. Some of you seem to be meeting the person you're going to marry. The Hierophant and the Six of Cups is commitment to a soulmate. So I can see some of you might be getting engaged, but I think a lot of you are at the beginning of this. If you're single, the beginning of something, and I do feel like it could be with another earth sign, particularly with a Taurus. It doesn't have to be, as I said, moon or rising, make sure that you always take that into account, but we are in Virgo season, so it is your 9th house. It could be somebody from a different culture, it could be somebody from a different country, but I'm feeling this is something with very clear, clean-cut progression, apologies. Page to the Knight is a progression, and then suddenly it leaps to this Hierophant, and there's the Six of Cups past life connection. It is steady progression. Maybe some of you have finally found a partner where there is a steady connection and it is moving slowly but surely. There's nothing wildly spontaneous about the love energy that's here, and that, Capricorn, is a lot more positive, and that seems to be something that will survive the new full moon in Aries, which is very impulsive. Be wary of maybe trying to, with the Three of Cups here in the challenge position, maybe be wary of trying to push an engagement which doesn't necessarily need to happen. I wouldn't advise people to get engaged under a full moon in Aries because it just seems a bit oof. And certainly don't get engaged. Maybe you can't help this, but maybe don't get engaged while Venus is retrograding. That's typically known as the time when engagements don't come through with the actual wedding. I recall last Venus retrograde, the wrestling couple, Nikki Bella and John Cena, got engaged, and there was this whole ring roll, how that was amazing because he never said he was going to get engaged, but they got engaged during Venus retrograde, and I remember thinking that's not going to lead straight to the aisle. And right enough, it got called off. I think they're back on, but I'm not sure. He is a Taurus, so maybe her rising's Capricorn. This could be good for her. But nonetheless, slow and steady seems to be winning the race in your outcome, Capricorn. But it's really pretty. It's really, really, really pretty. This might actually be, soulmates come in various different forms and stories. The path to true love never doth run smooth, as Shakespeare once said. With the Knight coming in, this could be somebody returning. With the Six of Cups, someone that you really, really loved, but it was the wrong time. Maybe you both had a lot on at work. There seems to be a real strong connection here that I think just seems to be, steady. It seems to be the real deal for you, Capricorn. So I'm very pleased to tell you, Capricorn, that your popularity is going to be very high at the end of September. You're going to be having popularity in love. Your boss is going to recognize you. Just be wary of the friction with the co-workers, and you can sort of keep your head down and sail into October without making any snap comments or exploding. If you have someone in your life that you can rant to, that it will never get back to anyone, you can just get it off your chest, and you can realize 5 minutes later you don't mean it. At least you've got it off your chest, and you're not going to keep it inside and explode on the person someday unexpectedly. Find an outlet of some sort, whether it be boxing or walking or petting kittens. Oh, here we go. Past life, yes, Six of Cups and the past life card. The situation involves your past life memories. Perfect. I feel like this is a past love. Maeve, circles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels and emotions. Yep, that's what I was saying about not bottling it up. We'll do one more, Capricorn. I'm feeling generous. Receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. Okay? Some lovely messages. Maybe some of you are actually called Maeve or you're dealing with a Maeve. But there's a past life connection here that's very strong, and it seems to be a relationship with give and take, proper give and take, Capricorn, not waiting around for them to call and wondering why they don't, and then them appearing and disappearing. This isn't that. This is more of a steady, happy ending type person entering your life. So if you're completely single, I do feel like a lot of you, provided you're open to this, it's going to come in. Those of you that just want to go it alone, you might be following your calling in the workplace. That's what the Six of Cups can mean in a work context. So yeah, some of you might be attending a wedding. One more thing to mention here. You might be attending an actual wedding, and if it is under the Aries full moon, be prepared for a bit of friction, because the Three of Cups is the challenge position. So other people may be quite challenging around that time. So I hope you enjoyed that reading, Capricorn, and I will see you in October for quite a few special videos. So we'll see if you join me or not. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.